A lot of people have reached out to me through various mediums, wanting to know my opinion on the ongoing protest. I initially refrained from issuing any statement or granting any interviews on the matter because it's my considered view that a lot of us don't like the truth. Sunday Nuggets is a medium that God uses to x-ray my life. I always tell people that the messages are for me. I listen to messages the same way most of you listen to them. My heart yearns for a relationship with my Maker, but some of my actions say otherwise. Hence, my God continuously refines me so I become a worthy son who represents His kingdom. I'm a work in progress, and I'm not ashamed to say this. This is why I need God in my life. This is why I search for Him who alone is the truth. Outside of God, there's no other truth. Everything else is your viewpoint or opinion. There's fire on the mountain in our nation because most people who lead us and want to lead us have led us astray. They say Nigeria, but they don't believe in Nigeria. They cling to ethnic lineages just for the sake of politics. They want to lead those who they don't know. If they don't know you, how can they care about you? Think about it. We had elections last year and it was an opportunity for Nigerians to protest. I was a contestant in that election. I can tell you that we as a people are not yet serious. Maybe we have been so abused that we can no longer care about this country. Many of us are anti-critics who just abuse politicians and all those in leadership. But given the same opportunity, we will be much worse. A lot of us sold our votes. We didn't care about what those contestants had upstairs or in their hearts. We are more interested in their religion and ethnic groups. Some of us named our price even though we're chanting change. We say the elections were rigged, and yes, I agree with you. But what I don't agree with you on is who rigged the elections. You rigged the elections when you cared more about primordial sentiments than on the myriad issues that really plague us individually and collectively. What does Emiloko have to do with the high rate of unemployment? What does articulated have to do with insecurity? What does obedience have to do with double-digit inflation? You had the opportunity to pressure the so-called frontline contenders into providing you with answers or solutions, but you didn't care. What even made them frontline candidates? Because they have ruled you for the last 3 decades that you said your nation was destroyed, and yet you believe they were your first 11, right? I repeat this again. You rigged yourself into this situation. Another thing that drives me crazy is how people say Tinubu didn't win. Really? They all rigged in their areas of strength. But he won because most of those who voted believed in what he had to offer them. This is the simple truth. The funniest thing is that I believe he could actually succeed if he stops acting like a cowboy. In some of his actions, you can see he's a progressive at heart, but he keeps on scoring own goals with his Emiloko actions. The president must understand that he's not President Buhari. When President Buhari was appointing new Northerners into office, you can say he had 20 Northern states he was sharing the offices to. But President Tinubu, you have just 6 Southwest states. It's the height of insensitivity and irresponsibility to be seen as appointing only Yorubas into office. As some Nigerians went out to protest, is this only Yoruba policemen and security agents who went out to secure our lives and property? The answer is no. Look at the vexatious issue of subsidy removal. Some sections of the media are now saying all the presidential candidates agreed that subsidy had to go. This is not true. God did not make a mistake by depositing oil in our land. The problem of subsidy was and is the fraud associated with the scheme. I said that we should prosecute all those who abuse the scheme, no matter how highly placed in society, and at the same time rejig the scheme and make it fraud-proof. I also said we should suspend it for a few months while all this takes place. Why should over 200 million Nigerians suffer because of the crimes of less than 1,000 people? This doesn't make sense. The president believes that with subsidy gone, there's more money for capital projects. But he forgets that in a corrupt society like ours, that a lot of that money will still be looted. We are also all calling Tinubu But the states and local governments have been getting much more money, and they are closer to the people. What are they doing? We don't want to hear the truth. What of those who lost elections but like President Trump, they won't accept the results and move on? This is not a progressive attitude. We can't burn down our country over elections that have been won and lost. The job of the opposition now is to oppose and propose. But what we are doing is only opposing without providing any solutions to the myriad problems we have. Watch any advanced democracy and see how the opposition behaves. They have their stand and solution on all issues, and they will debate you night and day. But here, all we want to do is abuse President Tinubu without offering any concrete solutions. That's not leadership. Nigerians lost a golden opportunity by not insisting on credible debates. Joe Biden has pulled out of the race because a single debate spotlighted his deficiencies. But here in Nigeria, President Buhari fumbled in all the debates. In fact, he refused to do any more debates in the second election he went for. But he won 2 elections. His government set us back 3 decades, but yet we didn't protest bad governance when he was president. We protested SARS arresting so-called Yahoo boys and our youths on trumped-up charges. Who are we deceiving? For how long will we keep on being mediocre about our civic duties? If you hate Tinubu so much, then pressure the National Assembly to remove him or wait the next elections. But heating up the body politic for the last 1 year and attempting to remove a democratically elected government through the back door is no different from a coup. Again, Nigerians, we must reverse course. For too long, we have followed politicians, men of God, entertainers, and anything that is the latest fad. But never are we as a people agreed to follow God. Who then is our role model of leadership? We can't continue this blame and hate game. We can't continue killing ourselves. Our streets now flow with the blood of the innocent. Over 19 killed in this calm of a protest. All for what? No child of any politician or big man was killed. Just a poor, average Nigerian. Only their family members will cry and mourn for them quietly, while those who have made billions from this scam laugh to the bank. We are witnessing unprecedented hardship right now. The poor can barely eat a meal in 2 days. Most of us can no longer afford the basic necessities. The population of the poor is increasing by the minute. We as leaders need to come to a table of equity, justice, and fairness to address the plight of the downtrodden immediately. It's not, I repeat, it's not Tinubu's problem alone. And Tinubu must stop acting like he can do it all by himself. He must show leadership and reach out across party lines and get the best and brightest to a solution roundtable. God himself reconciled all men to him through his Son, Jesus Christ, and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. If God knows to reconcile us to him, who are you not to reconcile the aggrieved to you? Our nation needs healing, and for this to happen, all Nigerians must come to equity with clean hands and sincerity of purpose. We don't burn our houses because we want to kill rats and cockroaches. Sometimes we just need to make our houses clean so that rats and cockroaches will live on their own. Today, my earnest prayer is that Nigeria will soon work for every one of us. God bless you all.